Why do you have a string holding up your jeans?
It's lighter than a belt.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Actually, the first video on this new channel, which is super secret. No one knows about it. Please subscribe right now because we just lost our channel with 1,700 subs. But in today's video, we are going to be covering the Pimp My Ride Caprice. And we're going to relive the episode, and I'm going to show you what has become of the car since and what the contestant is up to today. If that sounds good, let's hop into it.
Hi, my name's Tom, and this is my ride.
Tom had a 1996 Chevrolet Caprice cop car. In my opinion, it was one of the best conditioned cars that made it on the show pre-pimping. The car was equipped with a 5.7 LT1 engine found commonly in C4 Corvettes.
So please, MTV, Pimp My Ride! Ah, yeah!
You good?
Yeah!
You do want to be a cop. Look.
I do not want to be a cop. I do not want to be a cop.
Book him, Dano. You trying to hide him. Oh, you trying to whoop it? Look how you carrying it, though.
All right.
You do porn?
Yeah, you know, from time to time.
Come on, this is getting shadier and shadier. Bolt cutters?
Exhibit, what's that thing doing in your hand right there? I think we call that a tool here.
You never see me with one tool on the show.
That's the funniest damn thing I've ever heard!
You make the left and pull over. You pull over once now. One coffee and a dozen glazed donuts. I gotta stay up late today. I got a long shift. Oh, one time! One time! Freeze!
Wow, he's got donuts.
It's just me and I brought the donuts.
The guys at West Coast Customs transformed the Caprice to an Impala SS, changing out the fenders, other body parts, and emblems. Buck painted the car a lime gold and black two-tone. The trunk was done pretty nice with 9 MTX amps arranged in a half-pipe-like wall, 3 subwoofers, a 15-inch monitor, lights to skate with at night, and a grind rail on the bumper. An oxygen bar was also added to the interior.
So now when you're feeling kind of woozy, you can hook yourself up with a doozy. You got it.
God.
You suck in, press it. Man, what the, that's smell like dog ass. It smell like he been chewing on diapers or something for snacks.
In addition to a PA system and a CV radio.
Driver, put your hands out the window. Walk backwards towards the sound of my voice. Keep your hands up. Check it out.
Oh my God! Yes! Oh my God, so sick!
It ain't a Caprice no more, man.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I got bling on my freaking rims. I feel so humbled by the situation. It's just great to have this car now, and I appreciate it so much.
All right, overall, the car, it was meh. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because like I didn't really care for the paint job at all. The rims, I didn't really care for as well, but the trunk was very well done. And like the theme for the contestant, they actually made it practical for the contestant. Like it had a nice grind rail out the bumper, and it had like the lights so you could skate at night. Those lights seemed really high quality. The one thing is that it actually seemed like practical out of most of the Pimp My Ride cars. I mean, the only thing that wasn't really practical was the sound system. You have 9 amps to 3 speakers. I mean, that seems a little excessive and seems like a lot of power for a car like that. But it had a nice engine already, had an LT1 in it. The interior was done modestly. It wasn't like stupid, or it wasn't like so unpractical where you had like blenders and dryers and stuff like that in it. So like I think it could have doubled as a daily driver and a show car. So like I wouldn't be surprised if like Tom daily drove it for a little while after the episode. But overall, not terrible, not great, just okay by Pimp My Ride standards, in my opinion at least. Now we're gonna dig into what became of the car after the episode. And Tom, the title records show that he kept the car for about 2 years and he sold it in sometime in the summer of 2007. And when he got the car in 2004, it had 98,000 miles on it. And when he sold it, it had 107. So he drove it about 9,000 miles. And I assume he posted the car on eBay sometime in early 2007. It went all the way across the country to Kentucky. And after that, the car started changing hands like quick. It stayed in Kentucky for about 7 months, and the guy put 700 miles on it. And then after that, it went to Ohio. And then 2 months later, it went to Michigan. And then the car just sat for a little while. Like it appeared at many Mecum auctions, or Mecum, whatever you call it, in like Des Moines, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana. But the guy had a reserve of like $9,000-$10,000, something like that, and it just didn't meet the reserve. But basically, from 2008 to 2011, the car was not driven that much, and I really don't have many photos from the auctions. I do have a couple of it from this time period, but my next big update is in 2011. The car sold, and it went to Washington, and you can see in 2011, this guy who owned the car, he was the first Washington owner, I believe so. He ran out of gas while driving the car, and the person who helped him out towing it actually filmed a video on it, which was really cool for that update on it. But that guy kept the car in 2011. He was in Kingston, Washington. It stayed in that kind of Seattle area for a little while. He sold it for about $9,900, and he posted on eBay, and it was on another dealership site. And basically, he had a bunch of photos, which I'm going to overlay here. The car sold in Washington. The first owner had it in Washington. And then in 2012, like the guy who got it in Washington had it in 2011. He sold it in 2012. And in 2012, it had at least 3 owners in the span of 6 months. I mean, I don't know. It could have had more. It just depends if they titled the car or not. But then the fourth guy who got it actually kept it for a very long time. He got it in 2013, and he paid about $6,000 for it. And somewhere around this time frame, from like 2013 to 2015, or maybe in like 2012, the car got de-pimped a little bit. The stuff, the trunk in the back, like all the subs and stuff were gone and stuff like that. They replaced it with a standard stereo system, like the Clarion touchscreen DVD player that a lot of the cars, Pimp My Ride cars, had in the dash was gone. The oxygen bar was gone. So some of the stuff in the interior that was like a feature on the show was not there anymore, but the rims were still there. It wasn't like the paint color changed at all. And then sometime around this time period, it got like a little bit of a dent in the front fender / like hood area. Very minor damage, but yeah, the car was still running, and it was actually used quite a bit. Like the guy who when it was in Washington the very first time, like when the first owner in Washington sold it in 2012, it only had 108,000 on it. And when Tom sold it, it had 105,000 miles on it, or it actually had 107,000 miles. So from like 2007 to 2012, it only had 1,000 miles on it. It just basically sat, but that guy actually threw 8,000 miles on it. It was running well. Everything was well and fine until one day some hillbilly was going down the road too fast and just smacked the shit out of the car. It was probably Will Smith. But basically, it just got damaged badly. It basically got totaled. The quarter panel got smashed. The bumper, the back bumper, basically was damaged pretty bad. And obviously, like the suspension, like the alignment, the steering was obviously messed up on it. And the car maybe was worth $5,000-$6,000 at the time. So it was basically totaled, sadly. And that guy was trying to sell it as a whole car. He posted a lot actually for sale. And he did post some pictures of it at this time, which we're throwing up right now. But after that crash, shortly after, it went to Copart in Fairfield, California. And for some dumb reason, it literally left there like a month later and went back to Oregon. And, you know, some of the stuff I assume got parted out, like the interior, like the seats were in perfect condition. Like the grill, the bumper, some of the doors, like the sound system maybe, like the engine. A lot of that probably got parted out. And I do know that the hood actually got picked up. And a guy actually posted about it saying he had the hood. You can see it like he's building an Impala, and you can see it here in yellow, and then he repainted it black, and then here's the finished product of his car. So figured I'd throw that in there because that's kind of cool. Just the hood lives on. But sadly, this car got wrecked and totaled and basically parted out and scrapped, sadly. But hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, guys. Like I said, please subscribe to me. I'm at 0 subs right now as I'm making this video. I don't even know what the channel name is going to be. I haven't even made the channel yet, probably. But guys, I was at 1,700 subs, and YouTube just decided to demonetize my channel and basically shadow ban me. So I figured I got to take matters in my own hands, and if I want to make my Pimp My Ride content monetizable again, and if I want to get views, and if I want to find more of the cars, specifically the West Coast Customs cars I'm more curious about, but if I want to find more of the cars, and if I want to deliver to my fans who enjoyed it, because pretty much my videos were getting pretty good reviews, I figured it'd be best to start a second channel, and I kind of have like a video here explaining to it like kind of everything that happened and like the plan going forward with that other channel right now, because we're not going to scrap it completely. But thank you guys for tuning in, guys. Comment below what car you want me to cover next, and I'll see you in the next one. But we know of 10 cars who are still owned by the contestant, and we got some big exciting updates regarding Pimp My Ride coming up soon, guys. So stay tuned for that and subscribe.
Thanks, MTV, for pimping my ride.